Last year, Mexico E-Prix was an incredible one. Probably one of the best races of my career.
Oh man, I never had so much adrenaline.
And in fact, Mexico has always been very good to Audi. Let's hope for another good race this weekend. But first, let's check out what's happening in this week's show.
In this episode, we join Lucas as he takes a closer look at the new and improved Mexico City circuit.
Meet the newest driver in ABB Formula E support series, the I-Pace eTrophy.
We'll be heading out with our hosts Lucas and his Audi Sport teammate Daniel Abt as they check out bio-urban trees to find out how they're helping to clean the air around Mexico's streets.
And we'll be finding out what went down when we went green for the Mexico City E-Prix. And of course, it was another drama-fueled racing fiesta. But first, let's take a look back at what's happened in the season so far.
The season began with a double-header of races on the outskirts of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Reigning champion Jean-Eric Vergne had a weekend to forget for DS Cachita.
Out of the race, out of the car.
Envision's Sam Bird stormed through the field to take the win in race 1.
Yes, boys!
But then crashed out in race 2 after a tangle with Jaguar's Mitch Evans. Porsche's Andre Lauderer crossed the line second in race 1, with Stoffel Van Dorn taking third for Mercedes-Benz in both races. But it was BMW's Alexander Sims who left Saudi leading the championship. On pole for both races, Sims stormed to victory in race 2 to take his first ever Formula E win.
For round 3, the championship moved to South America and the sizzling streets of Santiago, Chile. Reigning champion Jean-Eric Vergne was forced into his second retirement of the season. A stunning last lap overtake for Max Günther meant he took his maiden Formula E win and jumped into championship contention.
Yes, come on! I can't believe how happy I am.
But after 6th place in Santiago, it's Stoffel Van Dorn who leads the way for the Mercedes-Benz EQ team. Alex Sims is just 3 points behind, with race 1 winner Sam Bird in 3rd.
Now let's join our host as he headed out on his track walk to take a closer inspection of the new circuit in Mexico City.
Hi guys, we're doing a track walk in Mexico City. It's a brand new track, but corner 1, where we are now, it's exactly the same as last year. Just checking if tarmac hasn't changed or if there is any curbs added.
Coming out of the hard right that is turn 1, the cars will pick up speed on the long right-hand turn 2, heading towards the new section of the track.
This is corner 3 of the circuit. That's a brand new corner, so quite a bit of surprises at the stage because the line is in the wrong place and there is a little bit of concrete where we don't know if it was there before, so it's going to be a challenge definitely this corner. Oh, it looks okay.
Turn 3 is a sharp left before a fast right-hand turn 4 takes the cars onto the tricky-to-master double apex sequence that makes up turns 5 and 6.
This is a brand new corner, corner 5. It's the extra bit that was added into the track, and it's pretty cool. Lots of grip, good tarmac, kind of a double hairpin, so yeah, good corner.
A good exit out from turn 6 is key as it leads onto a new fast section of the circuit up to the key overtaking zone at turn 9 into the stadium section.
Here is the attack mode activation zone. It's quite good because it's in the middle of the stadium. Although for us, racing is quite tricky because it's on the inside of a corner. So you need to be careful when activating it to not lose a position and to avoid a crash from the car behind, as that corner apex is lower than normal when you need to act for strategic reasons, probably more important than any race of the season.
Heading out of the technical stadium section, the drivers will make a 90-degree right turn at 15 before heading on to the epic super long turn 16, pushing the cars and drivers to the absolute limit as they speed towards the finish line.
So that's the lap. This is the last corner, the fastest corner ever in Formula E history. And exactly here, I won my 2019 race. So let's try again, work hard. It's going to be very difficult to beat that win, but if we do a good result, good points for Audi, that's what we're going to do this weekend. See you for the race later.
The updated circuit looks super fast and is sure to create some amazing and dramatic racing, and all the action from the E-Prix here in Mexico is coming up. But first, let's catch up with ABB Formula E support series, the Jaguar I-Pace eTrophy. The eTrophy series is the first ever international electric touring car championship where a fleet of race-modified Jaguar I-Pace production cars go head-to-head on the same city streets as Formula E. Before we take a look at what went down in Mexico, let's look back at how the first 2 rounds played out.
The Diriyah race is underway.
Simon Evans took the win in the first race of the season in Diriyah, Saudi Arabia, with a dominant performance. Round 2 was full of drama, and Jimenez held on to take the win. An action-packed pair of races in Diriyah, and round 3 was looking to be even more exciting with a new addition to the grid.
Takuma Aoki is a former motorcycle racer who lost the use of his legs in an accident and will be driving a specially modified eTrophy car for Team Yokohama Challenge.
So I am Takuma Aoki. I came from Japan, Tokyo. I'm starting from racing from 8 years old. Today is my first test day for the I-Pace. My job is a racer, so I will participating to the Le Mans 24 this year. Last year, we get the podium at Ultimate Cup and in Europe. I got injured in 1998. I had a crash with motorcycle. I cannot walking and I cannot moving my legs. But now still racing. Electric car is a very good for future for the paraplegia. It is quite hard for me, so because I never driving to the electric car. I am very excited to the Mexico round. That race is a very good experience for me.
So now we've met the new guy on the grid. Let's see how he gets on.
Jaguars are underway in Mexico City. Cabrera,
I think the puncture.
the tyre is pretty much off the rim, look. Here comes Dominguez. Oh, big moment. Cheng
And August
colliding with Mashpal Hajela.
Takuma was climbing through the field and had made it to 6th place.
Oh, here comes Takuma. He's trying to get past Baptista for 5th position. He's got it a bit deep. Marbles, marbles. Whoa, kept it out of the wall. Nicely done. And Evans is on the outside. Can he get the job done on the outside into turn 9?
He can.
Evans into the lead of the race in Mexico City. Here they come down towards turn 9. Jimenez back in front. Sergio Jimenez, he's going to take the win in Mexico City and take the lead. Rubens Barrichello hands the trophy to his compatriot Sergio Jimenez.
A fantastic drive from Takuma took him to finish 3rd in the pro class.
Round 4 of the championship is in Mexico City. And before we see what went down when the cars hit the track, let's meet up with our host, 2017 champion Lucas di Grassi and his teammate Daniel Abt as they check out a new Mexican company that is trying to do its bit to improve the air quality of the cities we live in.
Traffic and air pollution is a huge problem around the world, especially here in Mexico.
That's why we came all the way down to Puebla to check out some new technologies.
Let's do it.
With the average amount of dangerous PM2.5 particulate matter being recorded at nearly double the maximum healthy amount in the city centre, serious action is needed to make the city a better place to live.
Biometech is a company with the idea of using the power of nature in order to counteract the harmful effects of global warming. Mexico City is in a very tall place, surrounded by mountains, so pollution is kept there, and it affects people, it affects our lungs, and it affects our quality of life. Air pollution kills around 7 million people every year because it causes diseases such as lung cancer, stroke, or heart attack. Also, it's contributing to global warming, and we are threatened by radical changes in the weather conditions. All our lifestyle is in risk if we don't turn around nature, and why not using tech in order to provide better, optimum conditions for the people.
Biometech makes systems that use algae to remove CO2 from the air many times more efficiently than trees.
You need sunlight, yes, for the photosynthesis. But the more light, the better, or?
Yeah, actually. When the gases are dissolved into the water, microalgae eats them, reproduce them. And so there is a moment in which we have to make maintenance to the systems. That is to say, to drain the systems, to take the dense microalgae, which is already saturated, which is biomass actually. And this biomass is a raw material very important that we can use to create bioenergy or biofuels with a proper procedure, or you can produce biofertilizer. So the idea is addressing the problem of air pollution while providing raw material for biofuels. So it's a circular economy model. If the biomass is fermented by a fermentation process, you can use that gas to move turbines to produce electricity. So this is like the kind of concept that we are managing. We clean the air while providing raw material to produce biofuels. There's a biourban series. So we have one which is for indoors, the biourban 1.0, for houses, restaurants, and the biourban 2.0, which is on my left hand, with a more capacity to purify the air. It's for outdoor places, such as road intersections, airports. This model also can be scaled for industrial use.
But what's the main pollutant? Is CO2? Is that
CO2? Also NOx is very bad, and particulate matter, and also organic compounds, those that emitted by fuels. Well, here we are, besides the biourban 2.0.
So how much carbon it pulls a day?
Speaking about cubic meters, we can say that 3,000 cubic meters per hour of not only CO2, but also NOx, nitrogen oxides, carbon monoxide, and particulate matter 10 and 2.5.
This is the equivalent of how many trees, more or less?
Right here you have 368 pine trees. If you plant a dozen of these, it's as if you plant a forest, let's say. I mean, it's a concept that we are working on, bringing the forest to the city with lots of these.
So let's plant the forest now.
Let's plant forest
Is Mexico City going to one day look like a futuristic space-age metropolis full of metal trees? Perhaps, but with a combination of electric vehicles and tech like this, we're definitely on the right track.
Lucas took to Instagram to share a special scientific discovery he made whilst in the lab at Biometech.
Back at the racetrack, our host teammate Daniel Abt couldn't set a lap in qualifying.
A crash in free practice meant he was taken to a nearby hospital for precautionary checkups, whilst his team worked hard to fix the car ahead of the race.
As he was in the top 6 drivers in the championship, Lucas went out in the tricky Group 1. He was unable to piece together the perfect lap and qualified in 15th position.
Porsche driver Andre Lauderer set a phenomenally quick lap, pushing his car to the limit and becoming provisional pole sitter.
Mercedes-Benz EQ driver Nick de Vries wasn't able to match the speed of the Porsche and would start on the second row of the grid in 3rd. Last to run was Santiago pole sitter and the fastest driver in the Mexico Group qualifying, Mitch Evans.
He was looking to gain the maximum 4 points possible from the qualifying session, and his lap was looking like it would get the job done and secure his 2nd pole position in a row.
But missed out on that impressive achievement by 0.06 of a second, meaning he would start 2nd on the grid, and that Porsche secured their first ever ABB Formula E pole position.
Let's head to P15 and see how our host Lucas was feeling before the racing got underway.
So rough day for us in Audi Sport. It started with a big crash from Daniel. Very glad he's well and he's fit to drive. He's gonna race, but that put us in the back foot. And then in qualifying, my performance was not so good. Group 1 made it difficult, but the car was not so fast. Qualifying 15th, we need to do good points and hopefully see you in a good spot after the race.
Radio check, radio check.
Yes, Lucas, I'm just arrived at the intercom.
You can hear the crowd getting to their feet and starting to cheer, because if the last 4 years are anything to go by, this 5th iteration of the Mexico City E-Prix is going to be something. Pole position on the right-hand side is the Porsche of Andre Lotterer. Mitch Evans alongside him on the front row of the grid. What twist will the Formula E Championship take this afternoon in Central America? But all 5 lights are on, and we go green in Mexico City. It's a reasonable start from Lotterer. If anything, Nick de Vries has got a good getaway, and he's trying to find the inside line. Evans is through, is he? There's going to be contact. Lotterer is sent off in the Porsche turn 1. He tried to close the door, and he couldn't make it stick. And Mitch Evans is into the lead. De Vries is into second. They almost make contact. Buemi's in third. Robin Freins is up into 4th position around the outside of Andre Lotterer. No, it's Sam Bird in the other Envision car that is trying to get past Lotterer. Lotterer goes in deep, and he's thrown it away again.
Lucas di Grassi up 4 places from the start.
Nico Muller in the black and white Dragon goes to the outside and sweeps around the outside. He's in the wall.
And
straight into the wall for Nico Muller. He's out of the race.
Big crash turn 1. Safety car deployed, safety car deployed.
What's my position?
Currently P11.
A shame for Nico Muller as he climbs out of the car. So Mitch Evans restarts the race here in Mexico City. A brief safety car period because of a crash, and I think Lotterer could be under pressure here from Bird as they come down the start-finish straight. Lotterer covers the inside in the Porsche. Bird tucks in behind him, but he's not quite close enough to take advantage.
Bird's looking like he's making a move.
Whoa, sends it, flies one into the stadium section, and he manages to send it through and get up into 3rd place. That was a robust maneuver from Sam Bird, and he's up into the podium positions ahead of the Porsche. Here's Lucas di Grassi up the inside of Stoffel van Dorn. That is 10th place now for di Grassi. Lotterer has got some advertising attached to him.
Oh, another smoke.
And he's got front wing problems. Lotterer's done. Look at Andre Lotterer. He's got to be pitting. No one can see anything.
I think the tyres,
the tyres just popped. Oh, get off the... There's the flames coming now as well. So that is not good at all from Andre Lotterer.
And the drivers behind are completely blind in that smoke.
Lucas, attack mode opposite to Mortara.
Repeat, attack mode or not?
Attack mode, if Mortara using, don't use. Let's make the move soon to Mortara, then we can close the gap to the front.
See, Mortara's trying to defend, but you know, with that extra percentage of power, there's just no defending it. And then, oh, di Grassi, they're walking it in all the way on the brakes, and Mortara comes back on the outside. Good stuff.
Here comes Da Costa to the inside, he's on fan boost. Oh, De Vries is closing the door aggressively. Now he's locked up massively. Oh, and he's into Freins. Oh, Robin Freins caught out of nowhere.
It won't stop.
That car wouldn't stop, would it?
Crash turn 1.
Ian James, team principal at Mercedes. Can't believe it. There's di Grassi in 6th place. Van Dorn into 7th.
Van Dorn behind took attack mode.
Van Dorn has got past di Grassi in their battle over 6th place, so the Van Dorn Mercedes, the championship leader, making some progress.
I'm not sure, but I think something on the suspension might be broken.
And oh, that is Daniel Abt. Bird is in his final attack mode now, and that's Da Costa's chance. Da Costa is through, is he? Up into 2nd position. He was side by side with Bird as they exited the stadium section. They're still side by side. Coming through Perrotada, Bird's got extra power, so he should be able to hold on to this one.
There's no way you're going side by side. Look at the marbles on the outside of the track. You go out there, you're in the wall. And 1 minute to go.
Oh, it's
Bird's off yet.
On the marbles, in the wall, and what was looking like a great day for Envision Virgin Racing has disappeared. Sylvain Philippi can't believe it. Both cars running 4th and 5th for their time. Now they're both out of the points. De Grassi is defending from Oliver Rowland. These two have had a few bumps in the past, I think.
This is when a rock meets a hard place. These two guys are type A personalities. Tell you what, De Grassi needs to be careful offline like that. That's how Bird crashed.
And Rowland is in attack mode, and De Grassi is not. But Rowland is going to be all over De Grassi for 7th place here. And he's not quite got through yet, but now he's on the straight section down towards turn 9.
Lucas, remember fan boost?
De Grassi's using his fan boost to try and defend. He manages to cover it off for the time being, but Rowland is still in attack mode.
Rowland 0.5% less than you.
Rowland's attack mode is over. So Rowland's attack mode, he's lost his opportunity to get past De Grassi. Mitch Evans on the penultimate lap of the Mexico City E-Prix.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be a hero now. Got a 5-second lead. This has been just a dominant display by Mitch Evans and Jaguar.
Last lap, Lucas, last lap.
And here, into the stadium section, on the final lap, comes Mitch Evans. It's a standing ovation, and is this the place that Mitch Evans really launches himself into being a championship contender through the final corner? One of the most dominant races in the history of the championship. Mitch Evans wins in Mexico City.
Yes, guys.
Sims Fit, De Grassi, Rowland, Mortara, Collado, Verline, the top 10.
P6, Lucas, well done.
Antonio Felix da Costa and Sebastian Buemi also joined Mitch Evans on the Mexico City podium, with Buemi taking his first points of the season.
Mitch posted this pic on Instagram as he thanked his team and the performance that took him to his 2nd career Formula E win.
That result means that Mitch Evans now sits on top of the championship, and Antonio Felix da Costa jumps to 3rd.
Alexander Sims stays in 2nd place after a stunning drive in Mexico from 18th to 5th.
Former championship leader Stoffel Van Dorn drops down to 4th, whilst Lucas holds on to his 5th place spot.
Hi guys, yeah, the race just finished. Was not a bad result at the end, 6th place. Still 5th in the championship, we were still there. Although I'm not 100% happy, I think we can go home with some points. And yeah, I think we have to work much harder to get the car in a better shape for quali and for the race, for Marrakesh and for the other races if we want to win. At the moment, we don't have the fastest car out there. We really need to work hard and make it better. And thanks for following me this weekend, and see you in Marrakesh.
That's right, next up, we're heading back to the mystical Moroccan city of Marrakesh for round 5 of the championship.
And we go green in Marrakesh.
And if it's anything like last season, it's sure to be one heck of a show. See you soon, street racers.